Hello everyone and welcome back to IronCraft. This is episode 7. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why I'm in a boat, it's because I wanted to change the landscape because my usual intro is at my base, so I thought I'd try somewhere different for once. But today's episode does focus on the base anyway. The main focus will be the base because I have a lot to do today. I'm going to try to get the main structure built to the castle because in the last episode I built this wall back here, which makes it look a lot better. And the reason I want to build a lot of the base today, because look at my starter base, it's starting to get crowded in here. I have chests, I'm running out of room for more chests. All these chests are pretty much 100% full. And I've been living in here for like 7 months. I'm ready for a bigger place. So that's why I'm trying to get the castle done quickly so I can move in. Oh yeah, and off camera I went exploring and found a pale garden. So I need to find a use for these blocks because I like the white wood type. But anyway, I'm going to add the roof to the castle today and add some depth to it. And I'm going to do that in a time lapse. And I know, a time lapse already, the video like just started, but this will be the only time lapse this episode because it's the only repetitive project that I'll be doing. So I'm just going to build up all these walls back here, and I've done that on camera a lot of times, so that's why I'm just going to time lapse it. So wherever there's dirt, there's going to be a wall, and I'm going to build that wall as high as it needs to be, which is these two walls that I built in the last episode. So let's start the time lapse now. In my last video, I asked you guys if you would like time lapses or don't like time lapses, and I had a community post and everyone voted to have time lapses, so I guess you guys like them. And they are satisfying to watch, just repetitive tasks going over and over again, quickly building structures. It can be satisfying, like this wall going up is nice to watch. I think sometimes time lapses fit the video though, because like I said, it keeps it more entertaining than just random cuts. But anyway, back to the episode. So here we go. It is no longer a flat wall. It has depth. It's 3D structure now. This makes it look a lot bigger. And it looks pretty bad from the back though, but that will come in the future. I will do something back here. It's definitely not going to stay like this. I'm just not fully sure what yet. But now, anyway, in here, this is plenty of space for the interior. I had planned, I was thinking I'm just going to do some detail. I won't have much functional things in this base. This will be like the decorative part, or like a staircase main entryway, something like that. I'm still working on it, but that's my idea for here. But now I can work on the really big project, which is these two roofs right here. That's gonna use a lot of wood, which I've kind of been preparing for. I have a shulker box in here somewhere. Right here, this shulker box has a lot of wood in it. It's definitely not enough, but it's enough to make some good progress. So I'm going to start building the first roof, which actually doesn't need a lot of wood. It's the second roof that needs most of the wood. So right here, this is on top of the big, tall structure, the tallest wall. I need to add some more height to it before I can start the roof, because there's something I didn't add in the last episode. It starts off with these stairs. Then I have an indent of deep slate right here, like this. And then above this deep slate is upside down stair, and it just kind of gives like a design to break up the roof from the rest of the wall, just to make it look like it's changing a little bit. So this is what it looks like from down here. I got to build that the whole way around. So here we go. This build is finished. This design, I don't know what to call it exactly, an indent, I guess. So now that this is done, I can start building the roof on top of it, which I'm going to go for a kind of classic type roof that most houses have, the triangle roofs, because I looked up pictures of castles and most of them actually did have a roof like that, so that's going to go right here. So I'm going to start building that now, which it's pretty simple design. I'm sure most people that have played Minecraft for a while have built a roof like this, so I'm just going to build the frame first and fill it in later. Okay, so here's the outline. You can kind of get an idea of what I was talking about now. It's a triangular roof. And then I left it empty right now because in every empty space is going to be tuff. Like this, I'm going to put polished tuff stairs all the way through both empty sides. Okay, so now all the tuff is in place. I dug a hole because there's going to be a tower coming out of there. So this is how it's looking so far. Pretty simple. Now the next step is right where I'm standing, over there and here. I'm going to put a wall of stripped spruce wood, because it'd be weird if I left it hollow. And I'm going to add like a big stained glass window up here. So that's the next step, which I'm going to start building right now. For this, I'm just gonna put the logs down normally and strip them after. I don't know if that's the most efficient way, because it kind of can be slow when you gotta stop and occasionally do this, but it's the way that I usually do it. But yeah, once this is done, I can add the decorations to both sides. I might actually go through all my wood supply building this thing. Wall number 1 is complete. This definitely makes it look a lot better. It's not as hollow looking. And this indent thing right here that I'm standing is where the stained glass window is going to go. It requires honey blocks because I'm going to put honey blocks behind the glass to give it like a orangish look. So I got to get a bee farm, I guess, because honey blocks aren't good. I'll also add some detailing around this. So you might notice in the top left, this is day number 1000 now. So to celebrate, I'm going to do a world tour to show what we've done in a 1000 days. But I'm busy building right now, so my plan is I'm going to finish this episode, and once this episode is done, I will do the world tour because I want to get this finished quickly. But so it's not going to be exactly day 1000 that I do the world tour, but it shouldn't hopefully be too long after. But I'll get screenshots of everyone's bases currently on day 1000, and I'll put them on the screen in the tour episode so you can see what it looked like on the actual day 1000. But I will do a in-depth tour of every build on this game for the next episode after this one comes out sometime. So yeah, it won't be recorded on actual day 1000, but it'll be the day 1000 celebration. So stay tuned for that if you want to see the world, because there's a good bit of builds in here that you have not seen yet. But anyway, this is the stained glass window I was talking about. I put some of the detailing in and all the glass, so now I just need to put honey blocks behind this, which that's going to be a lot because I need to get a bee farm ready. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other wall. Both walls are now finished. I've added all the detailing and the stained glass windows on both sides of the roofs, so now it looks a lot better. It doesn't look so empty anymore. Now it's starting to look like an actual build with all these walls and roof pieces being added. So now the next step is to build this tower, which will really start changing things. This is going to be my bedroom tower. It's going to be pretty tall. I'll add a room on top of that. So this is the next step. There'll also be a tower right about here. And, oh, okay, it took more damage than I thought. But that's the next step, so I'm going to start building this tower right over here, because this is the biggest one. It might have been a mistake building the dirt frame first, because now I got to destroy it all. I was just trying to have a visual marker to give you guys an idea of what the tower is going to look like, but now I got to just destroy it right after I recorded that scene. But the tower is going to use a similar design, just not identical. It's going to have a gradient, just like all the other walls I've had, but it's going to be deep slate instead of acacia logs here. It's going to go deep slate, then acacia log, just to mix things up a little bit. So I got to figure out how to build this, because it's going to be kind of weird with how the roof is slanting. So this is what I meant by kind of weird. This is the gradient done. It's kind of odd because with how the roof is slanting, I had to build some parts really tall so it would be the same height all the way around the slant. So inside there, the deep slate goes down pretty far. But yeah, this is kind of weird looking. Like, see, look how high I had to build some of these to make it stick above the stairs, just only a few blocks. But yeah, now that this is done, I'm going to add the acacia logs on top, which is going to be using the same idea. Got to figure out how to do that now. And then after the acacia logs, it's the coral and then stone, the usual, and then the tower will shrink and start going up again because just for a design look. Tower number 1 is complete of its basic structure. So here it is. This is how the gradient looks. So now I'm going to detail this though. This isn't the final tower. It would look kind of weird if I left it like this. I'm going to add some details. But I think this looks good. This is going to be the final height. And like I said, I'll add a room up there eventually. And then I have tiny towers to build there. But now I'm going to build everything on this side. I'm just going to fully finish the roof. And I will cut to when that's done, because that's going to probably take a good bit of time. Okay, it did take a good bit of time. 17 Minecraft days have passed. But I have finished the roof. Definitely looks a lot better with these towers. I'm really liking these towers. I think they look so good. I really like these designs. This is just making the build look so much better. It gets better and better the more that's added, which I know makes sense because nothing incomplete looks that good, but I just really like these, and I added these tiny spikes here for some more detail. But yeah, the roof is finished, well, at least this roof, because I still have more to do, but I'm liking this. I hope you guys like this too. It's been a lot of time in the making. This is going to be my bedroom, like I said. I'll probably remove these so I can have easy access with elytra use. But this will be a nice view, though. I can see like everyone's bases, surrounding area. I'll show those bases in the world tour coming soon. But yeah, now that this is done, I can move on to the other roof on the lower part of the base down there. So again, I have built the dirt frame that I'm going to have to destroy before I can, well, not before I start building, but eventually, just to give you a visual of what this is looking like. It's going to be a different roof. That's where it's going to go. It's going to be massive. So boy, this is where the wood's really going to come in use right here. So this is the design. I'm just going to fill it in with strip spruce wood. So boy, I'm really going to be gathering a lot of wood for this thing. So I've pretty much chopped down every massive spruce tree in the area, but this is finished. Well, there's more detail to be added to it, but the basic structure is done in there. This is how it's going to look, pretty much. So now I'm going to add a little bit more detail to it, and that detail will include big windows and a tower on that roof. Okay, so for I think the final time, I'm using dirt to show you my idea. I'm going to build those two window things there, like that, and then in the center is the tower, and this will be roof that sticks out using spruce also, and I'll add some kind of texturing, and then that weird oval messed up shape is a tower, kind of like those ones over there, just without the room on top of it. I won't be building that room, and it'll be a little shorter, probably about that height. But yeah, that's going to take a little while, so I will skip to when that is done, and then I think that'll make my goal for today completed. After 30 Minecraft days, over 30 Minecraft days, this is finally finished. I kind of was a little slow with it, but I have all the windows in place and the tower, and that just makes this look better. It's not so empty, and I added this outline here with dark oak trapdoors and deep slate stairs just to make it look a little better, and there's the tower again. So yeah, I think this is finished. I think this definitely makes it look a lot better than having just a huge empty space. I'm liking this whole area. This just makes the castle one step closer to being completed. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry that it took so long to make. This was a lot of building. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode where I'll be doing a world tour. And then maybe after that I'll be moving into my castle. We'll see.